Now is it the December 1st, 2023. So now we are going into that. For me, personal, is it the worst month of the year because that's my birthday and it's Christmas and it's not much about my birthday, but here in Sweden, is it 3-4 days that people is off work. They get paid, but they are off work and they celebrate together with friends and families. And it's 4 days. Those other holidays, those holy days are 1 day like that. But Christmas is hard because it's about 4 days. And then we have New Year Eve, but that is not so hard because it's the last day of that month. So I know it's coming new up January 1st. And it's terrible a month because I don't have a family. I have my daughter and she never coming and celebrate anything with me. She sent a gift to me or a card, but it's not what I want it to be because I want her to come to me. It's not about those dead things that she is sending me. And then when it's her father's birthday and Christmas and New Year, she is with him because so far have she thinking him as be very wealthy. But now when I have been to Israel, and it seems like it surprised her because her evil brother, have told her that I don't have any money, that I am nothing, and then suddenly I was to Israel for 1 month, staying at the hotel, and I talked to her. When I was in Israel, we chat, and so she knew I was in Israel because I showing her my hotel room, and it was she heard them talking in Hebrew. It was most people that work in the hotel, they were talking Arabic because they were from Palestine. And so she know that he was lying, her brother, about me being poor, because she don't understand that I have support of money from people that understand that this is for real, what I'm talking about. And she don't understand because she is a Jesus lover, and she listen only to her pastor in her church, what he is saying, and he is talking about this common service talking that you always hear, repeating, if you're staying in a church for a long time. And so she don't understand that I have support, and the support have been many times from the spirit world, and she don't understand this. She is so very much into heaven and to her church and the pastor what he's saying. So she don't understand that I get money supernatural, and and uh, and I was I felt like someone have sent me money. I think if it was the last time I recording, that someone was sending me money, and I say I thank you for giving me money. I felt like that, but I have not been on my bank account to check it out. But now I did that yesterday, and I saw that someone of you, my followers, did send me money because I'm talking about this with the podcast, that it's a time when I need to have money for the podcast. My platforms, I have 3 platforms, and to spread this about God and heaven, afterlife. And so someone was sending me money so I could pay 1 year for one of the podcast platforms. It's a Spreaker that was the first that come now and wanted me to pay money to them, and I didn't have the money. And it have been less and less money, and Sweden is in the top of countries where there is no money for ordinary people. When I don't work, I have retirement. I'm thankful that they have not raised the rent for my home, at least. But most everything is extra money on it now. So it was, I didn't know how to do it, but you helped me. So now I have paid for 1 year on Spreaker. I don't know what you wanted me to do with that money, but I do. I need to have this work for God, and in the same time is it also that it cheer me up. If I'm a little down because of being lonely, then I start to recording a podcast chapter, and I be cheered up because the Spirit is coming and talking, and I be happy that I am not by myself, because they are here and talking to me, and I talk to you what they are saying. I'm not talking to myself. I talk to what I hear from God, from heaven, and I don't take any words out from myself. what is saying in the spirit way is from the spirit and not from me. And so that money that you gave me, that was enough to pay 1 year for one of these podcasts now. And I had to stop pay it, so, and I was thinking it may be gone, and I need to place all this 650, 700 chapter I have recording. It should have been very hard to place all of them on my podcast again, but I checked it out. It was only about 1 month since I stopped to pay the bill. So it was not gone. So it was only to pay this money that you sent me. I don't know where you wanted it to go, but it's like I hope when you are sending me support money, then you say that I can do with the money what I needed to do, and I hope you trust me that every money I get as a support money, it's going to the work for God and for heaven, and also in the long run for the human race, for the whole planet. And so I thank you. And I don't need to know who you are, because the most important is that God knows who you are, and that you got everything that you need to have in your life. That I don't know what it is, but God knows your needs, and your prayer will be answered from God's side. And in afterlife also they're working under God and do the work for us. And so it was very nice to see that I didn't need to be worried about the podcast. And now it's coming 2 more bills, 2 more podcasts is coming now, December, January, and I need to pay them also. And but it's much more lighter now when I could pay one of 3 platforms to be. And then it was a little extra money left of it, and I tell you that I take that money for my birthday, December 9, that I can buy a little more expensive food for just that day, like a birthday cake to eat. And that is not cheap with birthday cakes here in Sweden. So I take those. Maybe it was like $20 that was left over of the money you sent me after I have paid the bill for the podcast platform. Today I'm, like I have told you, I'm very sleepy. It's grey weather, so it makes me more sleepy. The brain think it's evening now, and go to bed and sleep. But I'm going to sleep after I have placed this recording on my podcast. It's sad to know that the war have started again in Israel. And it is what I told you. It's a mentally psychology war going on. That's why it looked like it did this morning, that Israel started the war, but it was Hamas that started bombing. Just, it's so ridiculous that Hamas started the bombs, and it was some minutes before it ending this stop of the war. And because of that some couldn't check out the clock and did it a little, some minutes before it ended this peaceful time. And then because of that, Israel say that because of that they started full war. And it is what I know what will come. I know what will come because it's the patience they have had of that Israel have destroyed and tried to get into Hamas. But in their way to do find Hamas members, they needed. It's needed if they need to have war. If they don't need to have war, but if they need to have war, it's a killing, and they need to dig down. They say it was only civilians. It was no people that do war. But those reporters, they don't understand that I have told you since before about these women that sit and in Muslim Muslim groups. They are sitting there and decide what to do. And then they send out the men, and they send out their young sons to throw rocks on soldiers and do bad things. They do it, but they don't go out in war. But they tell men to do bad things. And in that way, Israel soldiers need to go into home and destroy the whole family because it's toxic family. But I am not happy for war. I'm against war. So there is other way to do it. But they are so hateful. And it's sad to see those religious people being so hateful. In all religion is it that they they want to have control over all people. You know that when I was to the nuns here in Sweden in April, May, and I got the vision in their church, and I told them about the vision I had got of this white bride dress that come down from the air, and they don't go angry at me, but they didn't talk to me anymore. And it's the same thing. To ignore is the same to hate when you can't talk to a person that is in front of you. It's hate in all religions. And I knew it because I knew it when I was homeless in the United States. And I say that to people, that those that have helped me most when I was homeless in the United States, those that have helped me most is those people that is out on the street. It's those people that is homeless, also homeless. They have helped me, and some people have stopped, and they are not in any church. They have told me, but they have given me money to get. The most bad thing was that I didn't have money for my bleeding. I still had my monthly bleeding when I was homeless, and I had nothing to stop the blood to going out from me. I have no money to could buy any pads to have, and there was people that was not in the church. They give me money for to buy those pads. I didn't say that I needed pads. It was only in the shelter I say I need some pads because I have my monthly bleeding. So it was more people out on the street that helped me than people in the church. And that I knew because I had heard it also from heaven, that it's not people outside the church you need to take care of and educate them. It's inside the church you need to educate people. And it was like that for me. I knew those homeless, if I had some troubles outside on the street, I could call for them and they should come and help me. But in the church, people have not helped me at all. So it's time for me to go to bed now and sleep before my neighbor's kids start to run in the floor, in the ceiling. So thank you for the money, support money. Thank you for that. I do. Your support money is for God's work. It's not for me, it's for God's work. But in another way, it's it for me also. Because or else I needed to take and pay the bills with my own retirement money. So it's for me also. So I thank you for that. And God bless you all that listen.